Master, Master, woohoo! What is going on? You know we gonna get to it later. We gonna get to it later. But I got the hairs were coming up. Samurai guy was getting pumped up, but we'll talk about it when we get to it later in the episode. What is going on? All you Stranger Things lovers out there, sci-fi, horror, all that good shit representing. I got up in the heezy. That's right, the man, the myth, the legend, the showstopper, the icon, the main event. That's right, from Entertainment Talk Nation, son. Rob, how you doing, brother? Welcome back.
What is up? I am doing pretty good. Very excited to talk about that. I've been holding off on talking spoilers because I was supposed to do it on my stream Friday. But when
Okay.
I spoke to you, I said, guys, we're going to put this on hold. We're going to talk about it on Wednesday at Fat Samurai Guy stream. So
All right.
finally
Okay.
ready to get all this shit off my chest.
Okay. The good and the bad and the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They ain't much ugly.
Okay.
They ain't too much bad.
All right. All right. Hey, we're always honest here on the channel. Let's do the roll call. Who we got up in there? Jake Hall, what's going on? He's saying what's going on, Rob. We got Antihero Headbanger. He says, really wish I could be part of this one, but I still have that last episode to watch. So
It's
he's
a
trying
long
to
one.
I know he's trying to catch up. Lady Danish in the house. She is always awesome. John Martinez, Fluffy Pig Monster. Chris Watts. He knows what's up. Obey your master. Master. That's right. Who else we got up in here? Kevin Lambert. What's going on? We got Lataro here in the house. What's going on? Let's see. What else? Who else? Badasses got here. Todd Johnson. Oh, he says, great to hear your voice today, Master Samurai. Hey, I'm glad you're here, brother. And Danielle, it's good to see you. And Brian in the house. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it. You know, it's kind of funny. If you guys missed our last episode, check it out because I put in the thumbnail, welcome back, Fat Samurai Guy, for Stranger Things. Because Samurai Guy gave up on the show. I was done. It's not like I hated it. There was just too many gaps, waiting for the next season, and I was just kind of checked out, and I lost interest in it.
Lose the enthusiasm.
Yeah. And Rob here, he was just like, all right, I'm going to get him in the ribs. I'm going to shank him in the ribs.
Had to put him in a headlock.
That's right. Samurai, you better go back and watch some Stranger Things. And I am very happy I returned to catch up on season 3, the first part of season 4. And I'm definitely enjoying the show. But let's go ahead and kick off the first episode of season 4, part 2, Electric Boogaloo here. Chapter 8, Papa. That's right. Nancy has sobering visions, and Elle passes an important test. Back in Hawkins, the gang gathers supplies and prepares for battle. That's right. Right off the bat, what do you think about Arbor and our crew still in Russia? Were you okay with it?
I became not okay with it much later. I like what I saw there. I just think they spent too much time.
Right.
It's like, just get the fuck out. Like, just leave. Like, you rescued him. Let's go. Like, when they went back in, I was like, I don't know. Why would you want to do that? Like, but action wise, in terms of what I saw,
yeah,
I enjoyed it. I just don't think it made too much sense from a narrative perspective because their reason for going back and what actually occurred, like their reasoning for going back didn't seem to have an impact on anything.
Right. And I'll get to that. And it's almost like, no, I enjoy hanging out with these characters because we like the characters. So it's not like I didn't have fun watching them do their thing back in Russia. And Arbor does something really cool that I'm going to talk about later when we get to it. But it's fun watching them, and do their thing, and we get some more character development between Harbor and Hopper and
Joyce.
Joyce, thank you.
Yep.
That's why I got you here, man, because I'm old, brain is failing.
No, you're good.
But I'll get to, I think I know where you're going, Rob. It's almost like it's fun watching them, and it was a fun scene, but it's almost like the writers kind of was like, we need to figure out something for them to do. All right, fuck it, go back to the prison.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like a little bit. It kind of felt like that. So, But let's keep on rocking and rolling here. Okay, so right off the bat, we got Paul Reiser here from Aliens. Basically, he's like, look, we're here to help 11, get her powers back because of what lies ahead. But, we told her this is not a prison. If she wants to try and attempt to save her friends, we need to let her do that. And our old boy here was like, fuck that.
Yeah, he was like, "Nah, we ain't having that. I'm Papa, don't you know?"
Yeah, had his men, tie up old Reiser. That didn't work out for Reiser. But but we got some entertaining little bit of action set pieces here with the military. They finally find out where they're at. They go in there. We had a little bit of shootout. I enjoyed that. But man, I enjoyed this sequence right here too.
Very Vader-like.
Yes. Took that dude out.
Which, by the way, there's a lot of Empire Strikes Back stuff here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any more, or you want to wait till we get to it?
No, we'll go through. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like her leave. I mean, she had to because in the military at some point, but before the military even arrived, she was ready to go, which was reminded me a lot of Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
The whole idea of leaving your training early to go and help your friends.
Yeah. And our stoner bud came in. He came in. He showed his worth twice in this last couple of episodes.
Oh yeah,
they were lost with the map. They didn't know where to go. Mike and friends, and I'll get to my pet peeves with Will later. I like Will, but I'll get to my pet peeves with Will and the character.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. I got some positives and negatives about that.
Okay, good. I can't wait to hear them. But our stoner guy's like, look, man, look at the tracks. There's a whole bunch of fatties that rolled, the tires rolled, and they found at least they found their way to 11 to pick her up. But I want to hear your theory, Rob, because once he said this earlier, I never it stayed with me to the end of the series. And when Papa said earlier, because he kind of had to do his thing. He kind of betrayed 11 again when she was trying to leave, and he sticks her with the needle so she'll pass out. And when she wakes up with the collar on her neck, she's kind of fading in and out. And as he walks away, he says, "Soon you will see the truth." That stayed with me till the end of the season. Like, what did he mean by that? What do you think he meant? Was he just talking like Papa, or was Papa right all along? Something we don't know. What is missing from this? Is it going to finally be revealed in the next season? But that line stayed with me, and I was like, what did he mean by that? Do you have any theories?
I'm thinking I'm wondering if he's referring to when he told her that she needs to learn how to fly. Okay. Now, I have a feeling that's going to play out literally. I don't think he meant it that way at the time. Okay. I think the idea is that I'm wondering if it's something to do either A, with a possible relation to what's his face? I know it's Vecna, but I'm trying to remember his real name. Or if it has something to do, something that we're going to see in season 5 regarding like the amount of power she really does have. I don't think her full power is unleashed yet. She definitely got stronger. I mean, they showed that right away with the whole helicopter thing. Mm-hmm. But I think there's more to be unleashed there. Okay.
So maybe Reiser and Papa are kind of both right. They have the reasons.
I think Brent. I think his name is Brenner.
Papa's help me out here. I keep calling him Reiser.
No. You got Reiser right. Like his name actually I forget, but
yeah.
No, I think they both have the same goal. It's just that Papa goes about doing it the wrong way.
Right. Okay. That makes sense. Henry is the
Thank you.
Other. Henry won Vecna.
Yep.
But I like What did you think of this scene? I
I
like that she didn't answer him.
Yeah, I don't think it's funny because somebody in chat said that they didn't like the uh didn't feel that Papa was redeemed, but I don't think he was supposed to get a redemption.
Yeah.
He's not a good person.
No.
Like no matter I do think he genuinely cares for 11, but that he's still not a good person. So
Right,
I don't
he cares
think
for her, but he's still using her.
right, exactly.
Right. But I like you know, you could say this was an emotional moment, but I kind of like when he said, "I did this all for you," and she did not answer. She just said goodbye.
Yeah, yeah. She
I
was like,
like
"I'm
that.
out." Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
She didn't give him. She didn't give him the pleasure.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's some people who think he might actually still be alive. Like we'll see him come back, but I don't know. I think this is it for him. I think his
No,
arc is done.
he should stay dead, especially if the last season's it. I mean, maybe we'll get some flashbacks.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
I think. I
Dr.
think his arc
Owens.
is done. There's nothing more for him to do.
No, Dr. Owens is Riser.
Paul
Thank
Reiser,
you,
yep.
Lady Data. But let's keep on rocking and rolling here. Still kind of enjoying the series. And of course, we have our other team. They're getting together, planning the hit on Vecna. They're trying to figure it out.
The Goonies.
Max comes. I know, right?
Yeah.
Max comes up with this idea, like, look, let me be the bait while you guys go in the upside down, and the further, in the Phantom Zone, while you go in there to kill Vecna. Let me be the bait. I could just go to my happy place, you know, which was interesting in theory. Of course, it doesn't last too long, which we'll get to that a little bit later. But you know, I'm this is my boy right here, Eddie, my favorite character of this season.
Everybody's favorite.
I know, and I enjoy him and Dustin's relationships a lot of fun. And like I said, man, Eddie is the guys I hung around in high school. Eddie is what I am now. Basically, nerd mixed with metal. That's samurai guy right there. That's it, you know. But you know, the plan is set. Everyone's going to their proper locations to begin the hunt. And I don't think there was anything else. Am I missing anything else from this episode before we go to 9?
I mean, it's tough to recall because I don't know if you noticed, but if you're watching episode 8, when it ends, it seamlessly transitions right into 9. No intro, no skip, no nothing. So I still have a hard time separating the two. So
we can just keep going, I guess.
The episode, basically, the team at Hawkins were prepping.
Right.
Russia team was trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rescue for 11, and then they were on their way to Hawkins. I think it's in the next episode that they decide to kind of stop and find a way to help them, you know, through 11's powers, as opposed to taking 2 days to drive there, which they don't have 2 days.
Right.
So yeah, but the laid out plan, and the interesting thing is, you know, just to touch briefly, I like the beginning of the episode where we clearly see that Vecna just wanted Nancy to send a message about and gave her visions of what was going to happen, and that was her whole purpose. Then they come up with the game plan as to how to stop him, realizing that when he is about to kill somebody, he goes into like a trance, like a state of suspended animation. So they feel like that's his weak point because they learned that from watching 11, and they're both essentially the same in their powers.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they come up with the plan. Eddie and Dustin's plan their job is to call off the bats that are guarding the house.
Right.
Steve, Nancy, and Robin are to invade the house. And then the other team, which is Lucas, Maxine, and Lucas's sister, are the ones who are supposed to bait him into going after Maxine. So that's
and we
how
have our Russian team.
Yeah,
and doing their thing.
Yeah, and then the Russian team, the Gulag and all that. So that's how the first episode ends. It's basically ends with Lucas and Maxine walking into the Creel house. I think it's Creel, right? Yeah. And then that's when the next episode starts.
Right.
But you know, one thing we didn't talk about was before they even rescued 11 is when we got that scene with Will and Mike in the car where he finally shows the painting.
Right.
And which I think might be a tease for what we might see next season. them fighting a monster. But I thought it was a great scene. It was very clear that he was using 11 as a catalyst to really talk about himself. Obviously, it's very clear that he's gay now, and it's very clear he has feelings for Mike. This to me though is twofold. This is a double-edged sword. On one hand, from a technical, artistic point of view, considering how much LGBTQ stuff we get shoved down our throat, this to me is the best way, the best LGBTQ organic like development I've seen on screen, movie or television show. This is a seed that's been planted since season 1. There's a scene in season 1 where Joyce is talking to Hopper at the police station and talking about how a man had told her that her son was queer, whatever. So that seed has always been planted. And it's been slowly transitioning there. It's obviously come out more this season. But to me, it feels very organic. You know, I mean, there's a
it does.
It's a multitude of things going on with Will. Between what he went through the first 2 seasons, feeling like an outcast, and then on top of that, now he's developing, you know, he's realizing that he likes boys. So that's a lot. That's a lot, which is on the flip side why I don't understand why there's not more for Will to do.
That's my problem with Will.
Yeah,
I agree with everything you just said. It's nice to have a character like that, not just to be created to win points, you know, and they don't do anything with that character, and it's kind of wasting that character. I kind of like that, like you said, it's organic, it feels natural, and you can kind of feel for Will a little bit.
I felt for that scene when he turned to the window and he started crying. I felt like my heart, I felt for the dude, and that's why I was like, this is how you do LGBTQ. If you're gonna do it, you have to do it like this. If you're making me feel for a dude who's gay and not being able to be with the person he loves, that to me is impactful. You know what I mean? Because I don't like dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So if I'm feeling for someone like that to me, it's organic.
They succeeded. Yeah.
It's authentic. You feel it. And it's been something that's been there, not front and center. It doesn't have to be. You make it front and center when the time is right, when the writing calls for it. And I love that scene. It's a very powerful scene. And I love how he's on one hand, you know, it's killing him inside, but he's still being a best friend and encouraging his friend and looking out for what is now his sister and his best friend to help them keep a healthy relationship. So yeah, but at the same time, it's moments like that, you know, when you consider what Will's gone through, he's got the most experience dealing with these entities. You know what I mean? I do think he's going to have a big payoff in season 5. I think.
I hope that, man. I hope. And this was my pet peeves. Was again, everything you just said, I have no issues with. I totally agree with you in terms of character development. But I'm getting tired. I'm kind of getting tired of him, kind of just being there.
Yeah,
he's just there, and I'm like, can we give Will something important to do? Because I feel every season it's not gone. It's I can feel it on the back of my neck. It's not gone. That's all they give Will to do every season.
I actually have a bold prediction.
Okay, let's go, because I want to see badass Will.
This is what I think is going to happen.
Okay,
I think right now Vecna is clinging on to life in Maxine.
Okay,
and I think even though I know a lot of people think like 11 bought her back. I don't think that's it. I think Vecna went up in there and was like, all right, this was the last person I killed, and she was barely alive long enough for him to get up in there. And I think he's in there. I think my prediction is Will is going to be the one to take on Vecna, because Vecna essentially now we know is the mind flayer, or he's the one behind all this.
Right.
I think he's going to trap Vecna in his body to give 11 a source to kill him, and I think he's going to sacrifice himself. That's what I think his play is going to be.
Okay.
I think he's going to take on Vecna purposely.
So you think Vecna is in Max?
I think Vecna's in Max.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
an interesting theory. Wow. All right, let's keep talking about chapter 9, the piggyback. That's right. Let's go ahead and go into that. But yeah, everybody is doing their thing. We got Hopper and Joyce getting a little freaky deaky right there. You know,
There was that scene where she took her shirt off. I was like, I didn't know Winona's boobs were that big. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, Winona boob.
you, you have been deprived all these years, Rob. You're like, what is this? But yeah, who knew Hopper was attracted to chicks that wear Hulk Hogan t-shirts? I didn't know that was a fetish. But you know the Hopper taking off his shirt, that was just to show Arbor's physique, bro. Because there was really no reason to.
He did lose it. He has gotten in great shape.
Dude, he's fucking ripped.
He looks great. I'm trying
to get the Hopper body right now. But yeah, let's go ahead and keep talking about it. We have Max here doing their thing, getting ready to become bait. Again, we have my homie here, my home skillet, Eddie here, and Dustin. I like the little line he says. Well, we're no heroes or anything, but we'll do the best that we can. You know, I like how they kind of made Steve like the ultimate badass, but he really didn't do anything. It's Steve, right?
Yeah, Steve. Yeah. So I mean, this was Eddie's moment.
Because Steve had the flip down with the look into the camera, and they were all like, "Are we supposed to applaud or something?" Like he was like taking charge. Like I'm the shit.
Yeah,
Team Steve, I'm the shit. And as soon as they got in the house, they all got fucked. But I like that though. It's not like obvious.
Oh, just wanted to comment on something on the console. Rosa says, I don't think so. My prediction is they're gonna find others with powers like 11 and Kali in order. So Kali's the girl from I think season 2. So that episode was actually purposefully a filler tester episode. So the deal with that episode was, if it was a popular episode, which it's not, it's actually one of the most panned episodes on the show, they were going to make a spinoff with that character.
Oh,
it didn't do well, which is why you haven't seen her since. So I guarantee you there will not be a team of like 11 Avengers. I don't think they're going to do that. They've been building up this showdown for so long. To bring in several other characters to join her would actually feel pretty cheap. And considering Will right now and where his position is, I think he's going to be the catalyst to help them win.
Let's go, Will.
Ultimately, it's going to be 11's powers that does the job.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see a team of like Papa's Avengers.
So 11 might piggyback on Will, maybe.
I don't think I think it's they have to do it like in physical form, not mind. Not. That's why I'm saying, like, you remember in season 2 when he got invaded by the Mind Flayer. So because of that connection, he can feel it now. I think he's going to find a way, or there's going to be something that happens that he lets Vecna in, because Will's stronger. Vecna, or an entity that is powered by Vecna, has already been inside of that as a host. I think Vecna is going to feel very at home there. And I think Will's going to be like, all right, I got him. That's it. Do it. Take care of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be a sad ending because he doesn't get to be with the boy he loves. He's been an outcast his whole life at this point, ever since it happened. He feels out of place.
Okay.
So that's just my, I mean, it may not happen that way because I don't know if the Duffer Brothers are brave enough to kill off a main character.
Yeah, I think somebody needs to go. I think somebody needs to go.
Yeah.
Somebody has to go. Someone, at least one person has to go, you know. That's like having 35 adventures with the Goonies crew. We have 35 movies, and out of those 35 movies of them fighting pirates and gangsters and all that, and not one of them dies out of 35 adventures. It's like, come on. Plus, I think that can sometimes that can backfire on the fan base, because now the fan base is expecting someone to die. And if you constantly don't kind of bait and switch, like, oh, we'll kill the brand new character we brought into the season, or we'll kill a side character. If you keep constantly doing that, I think the fan base might be kind of like, what the fuck? I
think when it comes to character deaths, I think it's a double-edged sword, because fans will complain when someone they love dies, but they'll complain if you don't kill someone. Like
Right.
the way I see it, like Maxine, whether she survives or not, man, she got it bad. That poor little girl, man, she had her limbs twisted. She got
Yeah.
went blind, blood
Yeah,
coming
I
down her
know.
eyes.
I know.
She died for like a minute, and now she's who knows what her status is. So I
Right.
mean, sometimes you don't necessarily have to kill a character to make an impact. Because that scene with her and Lucas, when Lucas was holding her, that was tough to watch. That was tough, especially when you consider it's a kid. You know what I mean? It's not like an
I was
adult.
surprised. Well, they didn't kill her off, but I thought for a second they were. And I was like, wow, that's pretty ballsy, Stranger Things. Wow. You killed the brother the previous season and now you kill the sister. Wow. Oh, no, they didn't do that. But somebody, I mean, yeah, she got fucked up, but somebody has to go, man. Come on, dude.
The Duffer Brothers.
Dude, Duffer Brothers. We're enjoying your shit. All right. Keep up the good work. But somebody gotta die. All right. Spread the word, everybody watching right now.
The Duffer Brothers said,
send it to the Duffer Brothers. Brothers, somebody got to go.
The Duffer Brothers said this isn't Westeros in an interview recently. They're trying to send the message like, hey, not everybody has to die. So
not everyone has to die, but one person can die out of a gigantic cast when they're constantly facing creatures from another dimension. Out of 30 characters, someone's got to go. I'm just saying.
Lady Dennis is like, heard somewhere that season 5 is supposed to have a Return of the King ending. So most of the Fellowship survives except Boromir. So that means if you see that Sean Bean's been cast, you know who's dying.
Oh my God. Sean Bean. Love that guy. That guy's great. Did you know there was like a little DLC for the Hitman games where you actually hunt Sean Bean?
Really?
He's actually in the game. He does his voiceover work. There was a commercial for it and everything. And
that is funny.
You actually could hunt Sean Bean, which is hilarious. But yeah, let's get back to the episode here. Again, our stoner friend comes in handy, getting the salt and the bath together. And our adventure, our finale, our climax begins.
A very long climax.
I would say when I sat down over here and started watching it, I was so into it that I was like, okay, nothing's really happening right now. Let me go ahead and do a couple bicep workouts. But I got to walk all the way over here to do it. I never left my seat, bro. The whole entire entire episode, I stayed there. I kind of wanted. Okay, now's a good time. No, I can't leave now. I was stuck to my seat.
Should have just paused it, grabbed the dumbbell, and brought it back.
No, that chair over there, I'll break it if I add any more weight to it. But it was I was that invested in what was happening that I couldn't get up. The only time the episode felt a little long for me was when they got back to the town. They were trying to readjust and things slowed down, but there was still some interesting good stuff there. But yeah, let's keep on rocking and rolling here, man. Let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So hold on, let me get this here first. What did you think of this asshole?
Yeah, he's
are you glad he's dead?
Oh, the way he died was brutal too. He got melted from the heat. Yeah, no, he was definitely just fucked in the head, and he didn't know what the hell was going on. He had no idea. He thought it was some satanic. I mean, they all did, which kind of plays off what actually happened in the 80s, where D&D was kind of looked upon as a bad. I remember the main reason was because there was a big story that happened in the 80s where there were some D&D players who took their characters a little bit too seriously, and when they lost their campaign, they actually killed themselves. So that's kind of what started that whole thing. But yeah, he's a prick. I'm glad he's dead, actually, to be quite honest.
I'm glad he's dead. I like the little fight they had. I was like, Lucas was getting murked.
Lucas was getting what was he? A freshman, Frosh, and this guy was a senior. So basically, he was getting his ass kicked by a senior. But he came back. He came back and he whooped that ass. Girl, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I was glad too. Because I was feeling the same way I was feeling about Will. I was feeling that about Lucas too. I was like, are we going to give him something to do? So I'm glad they gave him something to do except sit there You know, he was
Yeah,
kicking
well,
ass,
he's
taking
he's
names.
been in love with Maxine since day one. Like he
Yeah,
hasn't stopped. And
yeah.
I like how they rekindled their little spark. Even if they weren't together, they were friends. And like I said, that scene with him and Maxine was very powerful. Like when he caught her and she's
Hmm.
all twisted, and he's like, "Come on,
Yeah.
hold on." And I was like, "Oh my god, these emotions, I can't handle this shit." You know?
And by the way, I've heard series and film, everything is what you call subjective, right? If you don't like it, that's fine. But some complaints I've heard about this show, I was kind of scratching my head. Like if you didn't like it, you didn't like the writing, you didn't like the characters, you didn't like the finale, you were let down. I'll sure, I'll buy that. That's your opinion, right? But I've heard people complain that why is this turning horror?
Oh my god, I've heard that too.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, I was
What
like,
are you
where?
talking about, dude? This is turning into a horror series. This is garbage. 1 star. I'm like, first
Like, where the
season,
fuck have you
there
been?
was blood everywhere in the first season. It involved creatures from another dimension. And you're now
Yeah,
complaining that it's more horror? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? That kind of stuff, I'm just like, okay, there's really no point in like again, if you have a legitimate issues with characters, with the story, if you're disappointed with the finale, then that's fine. That's your opinion, right? But to get mad that it's going more horror, more violent, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. The kids are growing
yeah.
up. The
It
kids are
doesn't.
growing up.
I know, and it doesn't. Yeah, I did hear that too, and that's quite stupid. Um, I mean, the way Barb died. I mean, the way Bob died in season 2 when he got his fucking guts chewed out. I
Yeah.
mean, the list goes on and on. You know, the shit that Will was spitting out of his mouth in the end of season 1, that was gross. Fucking,
Yeah.
I'd freak out if I saw that shit.
That's like complaining The Office is a comedy show.
Yeah, yeah, that's
It's not a
perfect.
real documentary.
Yeah,
It's a comedy. What is this? Yeah, that's just strange. That's like watching a martial arts action movie and complaining about martial arts being in it.
yeah,
It doesn't make any sense. That's like Warrior. You're watching Warrior, Rob, and you're complaining that there's martial arts in it.
yeah. I'm watching Warrior, and I'm wondering why it's not a rom com. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's just strange. All right, so let's get to it, man. Let's just talk about the most metal movement moment.
everybody loves this.
Oh my god, man. I was like, all right. I was like, what's he gonna play? What's he gonna play to distract the bats? Motherfucker, my homie, my high school buddy. That's where we went to high school. Played Master of Motherfucking Puppets. The lightning, it was riding the lightning, son. You had the red sky, the blue, the creatures, everybody going crazy. And I don't give a shit that Master of Puppets song is played out. I don't care. It's still one of the best songs from Metallica when they were in their prime in the motherfucking 80s. So go fuck yourself. All right. But anyway.
No, this is a great scene.
It fit the
It did. It
it
did.
fit the scene. Yeah, it was so fucking metal, man. You're gonna have my boy go out. Let him go out like a metal god from Judas
mean,
Priest era. You know what I'm
If
saying?
you're gonna try and lure a bunch of bats away from a house a couple of miles away,
Yeah.
I would think you need something loud, and what better than a metal? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I like how it's still the song played into the other scenes that's going on.
Oh
I like
yeah,
when the song was playing and Max was getting hunted by Vecna slowly. I mean, it was good shit. It was one of the highlights for me. Definitely. Samurai Guy, I was rolling with that stuff. I was like, oh shit. Let's see here. Let's keep it going here. I already clicked on that. Yeah, so Master of Puppets, things aren't going well for Max. She tries to go to her happy place, but Vecna finds her there. Meanwhile, I got our boys here doing the best they can. I enjoyed their sequence when they were, stabbing the bats coming through. And then, of course, the big moment where our boy Eddie here is like, all right, I'm tired of running. I'm tired of being a coward. I'm going to do something extremely stupid, but it's going to be badass at the same time.
If you look at it logically, it was a stupid decision, but it still was badass.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the writers are going for. They said, okay,
Yeah.
we don't have to do this to him, but I think they kind of got a good idea that Eddie would be a popular character. And I think he had already reached his arc. So they wanted to find a good way to put him out. You know what I mean? Because if you really think about it, there's really nowhere else for his character to go. Once they're done at the Upside Down, he goes back to Hawkins. He's fucked, you know, and no one wants to see him go down like that. No, I'd rather him die a hero than suffer as a mistaken criminal. You know what I mean?
Go to prison for life.
So logically, it doesn't make sense. They definitely could have easily found other ways to keep the bats occupied without him going and killing himself. But man, it felt right. It felt right. I'll give him a pass on that. It felt right.
Yeah. I mean, half of me wanted him to still live. He kind of got fucked over the whole season.
Oh no, a lot of people are pissed that he died. I'm hearing a lot of that. Like people are not happy that he died.
But if you're gonna go out, son, this is how you go out, bro. You go out like a fucking legend, you know. But now to talk to you about, these are just nitpicks. Still enjoyed the episode a lot. Well, we get to the finale here. So if we're going with the concept of Vecna being this hive mind and he's everywhere, right? I think it would have been to the show's benefit if they showed what the other characters were doing actually affected him and distracted him in a way.
That is my issue with the whole Russia story. Because that was I think that was it. If I'm not mistaken, that was their whole purpose for going back to the prison, was to help the kids. And I don't see how that helped. Like they didn't acknowledge that.
Right.
They're killing the demons, but it would have made more sense if there was a portal they found and they broke through to the Upside Down through Russia. That would have been cool.
Oh, you know that would have been interesting.
And then that was their way of getting back to Hawkins. But that made zero sense because nothing that was being done outside of the Upside Down had any effect.
Life of Nate, thanks for the super chat. He says they should have played One by Metallica.
It's actually my favorite Metallica song.
As a reference to One.
Darkness, me.
I wouldn't have had no issues with that. Even though it was released in 1988, Lady Dana says. I wouldn't have had any issues with that though. Because that whole climax to that song is just fucking brutal. Even Metallica haters are like, yeah, One's a good song.
Yeah, I that's actually my favorite Metallica song.
Hey, well, good choice, my friend. Great choice. But yeah, like all we had to do, you know, when you seeing them attack the bats, and then when you see Hopper killing the creatures, you know, everybody doing their thing, all you had to do was show Vecna do this. Like something where he was just, something was distracting him and bothering him. You know, that would have made a little bit more sense.
Yeah, or when Hopper chops off the Demogorgon's head with Conan's sword, by the way.
Yeah.
That was actually Conan's prop sword.
I know. Well, hold on, man. I was leading up to it. Hold on.
My bad. I jumped ahead of you.
Okay. Shit. No, it's all right. It's all right. So when this happens in the movie, I mean, in the series, and he picks, apparently it was in the weapons rack. It was in there already, I guess, when they grabbed the weapons earlier. So I missed it earlier. Apparently it was already in there. That's why it's on the floor from all those other dead Russian prisoners. But yeah, when my man here picks up, he was rescued by Joyce, by the way.
Yes.
And of course, your boy here, he's growing on me, man. I'm liking him now, bro. I'm liking him a lot more now.
Yeah, I like Murray.
I'm a Murray fan now. And then he picks up the Conan sword off the floor. I was like, what?
Uh-oh, there it is.
What?
Dun, 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 dun,
That's right,
dun,
baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's right. He picked it up off the floor, and then Hopper took a look at the creature and went, "Low, low, you are going down, low,
Pumbata,
for Crom, I kill you for Crom." Fuck the Northmen.
It's amazing how
Northmen that Conan rip off.
it's amazing how much English Conan learned from the first movie to the second. Like, wow, he must have been hooked on phonics.
Oh my god. But yeah, I was kind of fanboying out on that. But yeah, just show little ticks. It didn't even have to be like, oh, I got hurt. Little ticks, like something's bothering him, something's distracting him. While they killed Vecna in real time and on on Earth. Was it Earth or Hawkins? When they kill him in Hawkins, the physical body,
Yeah, I think they were still in the upside down when he fell out the window.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know why I
because
thought we were
they
on
went
Earth.
to the Krill house. Is it Krill? Am I saying that right? Or Creel? Might be Creel.
Yeah.
When he went to that house, they started. I mean, it was overkill. They hit him with like 2 cocktails and like 6 shotgun blasts. They run downstairs and the motherfucker's gone. Got up and was like, "Yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound."
Oh man. Were you a little bit disappointed with the 11 versus Vecna showdown, or you were expecting it to be brief because the big battle is in season 5?
I thought it was good enough. It gave me Empire Strikes Back vibes. A lot of, these guys get a lot of inspiration from 80s stuff, and again, this felt like a Vader versus Luke battle because she got the upper hand early, and then he came back with some strong shit, and then she finally did enough to, unfortunately, not to save. Well, again, we have to see what happens with Max,
Right.
but she got him enough that the team finally caught up. Now I just remembered something. I think the idea of Hopper and Joyce killing those monsters is what affected the vines. I just remembered that, so it did have an effect.
Oh, that's right. Because the
vines loosened up.
we did have one at least. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
so
good. No, good call
yeah.
out. I forgot about
yeah,
that.
so it's still too much to go all the way back there for, but I mean, at least
Right.
they answered the call. So
Right. At least we had something.
yeah, I just remembered that as we were talking about that ending sequence, because remember they were all
Right.
tied up and then they got loosened up. So
Right. Yeah, I'm fine with their altercation because again, we have one more season. But I'm not, how Samurai Guy is. I wouldn't have minded if the fight was a little longer. You know me. I wouldn't have minded
I
it.
think the mega fight's going to be in season, I think
Okay.
it's not going to be just her.
We're
Like,
warming up.
So you know how they've been like connecting everything to Dungeons and Dragons.
Uh-huh.
So I remember looking at that picture that Will drew with the dragon on it.
Yeah.
And had multiple heads. There's a famous dragon in Dungeons and Dragons called a Tiamat, which is actually a 5-headed dragon. So I have a feeling we're going to see like Vecna manifest some sort of creature that looks similar to that with multiple heads in a physical form, and the squad is going to have to take care of that while 11 is fighting Vecna, that type of shit. This crazy theory, but it wouldn't be such a bad thing.
No, it wouldn't be a bad thing. But here's a quick question for you in chat watching and you watching after this goes live. Let me know in the comments. I want to know, does anyone here give a shit about Mike?
I find him to be more annoying now. I liked him in season 1. On season 2, he was okay, but I don't know.
Is it because he's not really doing a lot? Or
it's not really
kind of there.
It's not really.
What's wrong with Mike, Rob?
I think
you were writing the show.
I think my problem with Mike right now, I'm still not over the fact that he really didn't sell out for his girl. Like, your girl just got like fucking chocolate milkshake chucked at her.
Right.
And you're standing there like, stop, go in there and get your girl.
Yeah.
And roll the fuck. I'm not expecting you to fight 50 dudes.
Right.
But go in there and sell out for your girl and get embarrassed with her.
Right.
Don't just stand there and tell the DJ to stop playing music like he's going to listen.
Yeah. Stop filming or whatever.
I've been very sour on that ever since.
No, I'm still just as sour as you. But Lady says Mike is just a supporting character. Seller says not so much. Let's see. Ethan used to care about him. Let's see. Norin doesn't mind Mike. Let's see. Okay, so everyone's pretty much mixed on Mike.
That California crew definitely had very little to do this season. I think that's just a result of the script. You know, I mean, what really can they do? They're not in Hawkins. They don't have powers. I mean, he was part of the team that rescued 11, so that's a big deal.
Okay.
But I think that's a result of just the writing right now, and where I don't think the show were as much as I love this season and these last 2 episodes. Obviously, the weakness is the fact that this show, you can't separate these characters. Like having them in different places doesn't work nearly as well as having them together, which is why I think season 5 is going to be great. But again, that's not to say that the show wasn't good. It was. It's just that certain characters had a lot less to do than others.
Yeah, and another thing I kind of like, going to your Empire Strikes Back references. You know, I kind of like that 11 got her ass kicked.
Yeah,
like she failed. I mean, she did her thing eventually, but she still lost.
Yeah, her whole purpose was to save Max, and she failed.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. I like it when the heroes fail once in a while, man. It makes them relatable.
Luke failed to get there in time for Han Solo not to be put in carbonite.
There you go.
So now Han Solo was in carbonite in the beginning of Return of the Jedi, and now Maxine is going to be catatonic for the first 2 episodes of season 5. There's parallels there, definitely.
Yeah. So let's talk about the big reveal. Do you have anything to say?
You talking about the reveal that he's the one that's been in it all along? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to the Mind Flayer being the big bad, simply because I think I felt like Vecna was the big bad to begin with, but I was kind of hoping that we'd see the Mind Flayer pop off in season 5, because now it kind of takes away the whole mysticism. I think Vecna is a good choice. As I'm very conflicted because I like Vecna. He's been the best villain of the show so far.
Right.
And I think that's because there's a human element to him. But the downfall is that the primeval is also a human element, when a lot of us like the idea that the primeval was something otherworldly. Now it's not otherworldly anymore. So again, another example of a double-edged sword. Vecna, best villain in the show, has a human element to him that makes him even more scary.
Right.
But at the same time, now we lose the whole mystery of the Upside Down and the creatures there and who's really in control. So at the end of the day, they're taking out a human, essentially.
Right.
Instead of another entity.
But again, I agree with you with Vecna being the best villain on the show. However, my question to you, Rob, is, and everybody watching right now, let me know what you think. Was this in the original plan, or over time the Duffer brothers created Vecna?
I think part of it was in the original plan. I think they course corrected because they made some mistakes along the way. For example, talking about like that episode with the black girl with the English accent who had powers that 11 went to go see. She dressed up all emo. That was a big mistake. And then just, I think it's these villains that they've had, like the Demigorgon and the Mind Flayer and all that, like they're great, scary, creepy villains.
Right.
But you can only get away with that so much when you need to have a villain that you can understand and that has a purpose.
Right.
That's why I think Vecna is so effective.
Right. So maybe they had an idea.
I think they had an idea that they needed to do something more. You could tell they definitely ramped up like the horror element. And I think the story they came up with was good. They did a good job connecting it to the first season. You know, they found a way to. I think those connections were originally there, in my opinion. I think primarily the villain changed. That's what I think changed. I don't think their concept. I don't think they strayed too far away from that. But I definitely think the villain was a change.
Okay.
Because this whole time it's been all about the Mind Flayer. Then poop, out of nowhere comes Vecna.
Right. It's just like Scooby-Doo taught us. Humans can be the worst monsters. That's it. So that's how the show. That's how the show is going to end. Vecna's going to be like, if it wasn't for you damn kids.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do that anthology series now after season 5. But yeah, you're right. It was supposed to be an anthology series. Kind of like it was supposed to be kind of like Amazing Stories. You remember Amazing Stories?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what the show was supposed to be in the beginning, but it's
The original
changed.
Halloween film series was supposed to be anthology too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going here. But yeah, it's always great. It's great when you see the hero struggle and lose, and then when they finally fight back, you root for them some more. They're more relatable when they lose once in a while to show they're
Yeah.
not perfect. So I really like what they did with Eleven's character here. I it was a little cheesy. I'm gonna be honest. It's a little cheesy. The line where Will goes to Mike and goes, "You're the heart." What is this, fucking Captain Planet? All right.
Well, you know, they are supposed to still be kids. I mean, these fucking guys are 18 years old now. And they're playing freshmen.
Just all Will had to do was look at Mike and go. That's all he had to do.
Yeah, but look how big Will is now. He looks ripped now, like he's fucking jacked.
Oh, I didn't even know he was jacked, really.
And his voice is like, "Come on, Mike, you're the heart. You've always been the heart, and I love you."
Oh, what? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. What is this? What is this? Reggie? Radical Reggie's in the house, everybody. What is going on? He wasn't invited, Reggie. I didn't know you watched Stranger Things, man. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. This dude coming in here causing ruckus. I didn't know you were a fan, my brother. But yeah, I think a nice nod instead of going, "You're the heart." I don't know about all that. That was a little cheesy. But yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, so physical Vecna got fucked up. I was enjoying them kick ass, take names. Our crew here enjoyed that. I love how all of these characters are like, fuck it. I love how all of these characters are like, you know what? The world's gonna end if we don't do anything. No one's gonna believe our story. It's not like we can tell the military or the police, you know. So you know what? Fuck it. We're probably gonna die. Screw it. Fuck it. I love that. Let's go fuck this dude up. And if we die trying, then we tried. You know, I like that. I like that a lot.
No, they definitely took it to him.
But you know,
I've heard people complain about this scene because of how durable the Demogorgon is and the fact that he was able to swipe him with the sword.
It was the biggest one out of all the other ones seemed smaller.
Well, the other ones were the doggy gorgons or whatever they're called. This one was the like the humanoid one.
So what do you think?
If I'm going to come up with my own reason, and I admit I'm giving the show an excuse here, that he was able to cut off his head so easily, is that his skin was melted. He was like nearly dead already. You know?
He was shot up and he was whatchamacallit, flayed. So yeah. It's the fucking Conan the Barbarian sword.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. It was a great scene.
No, I'm just saying.
Let's just roll with it. Sometimes
I'm just saying that's why he was able to cut his head off, because it was motherfucking Conan the Barbarian sword. That's it. That's it. All right. So you know, they temporarily have a win here. They defeat Vecna temporarily. Our boy here is gonna enjoy himself when he gets back to Hawkins, when he eventually go on that date.
She's gonna get 250 pounds of fucking thrust in that shit with all that adrenaline, and after being away for so long, she's gonna get it hard, boy.
Oh my God.
If it was me, I would look at it. I'm like, Joyce, this is not for you to enjoy, and then just fucking go to town. Just trying to break her hips. Just bam, bam.
I think Joyce will probably enjoy that. Actually,
she might.
But yeah, now we're back in town. The splitting of the gates still happened in a way because Max got injured, correct? So she did officially completed his goal.
Oh no, he completed, because she did die for like a minute.
Okay.
So when she was dead, that was it. That's why the gates opened. So
okay.
Now we have breach.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, the town was kind of fucked up, but I did enjoy the asshole basketball team leader getting
Oh, he
fucked
got it
up.
so
That was
bad.
great. That was great. I wanted to be a little longer though, but it was fine as long as he dies. You know,
You could just play it back.
put it on repeat.
Yep.
But we had a really good scene. Now everyone Hawkins is trying to readjust. We have a lot of the family members and characters donating items, and we have a reunion with our cast coming back together. And there was really good acting and performance in this scene right here
Yeah, this was another very sad, emotional scene.
with Dustin telling is his uncle, correct? Eddie's uncle.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, um, letting him know that he's dead, and because he's still looking for him. The uncle was still posting, missing papers on him. So it was a great, well acted scene, very powerful. My only nitpick with it is Dustin should have just said, when the earthquake happened, he fell, but he saved my life. That would have made more sense than telling someone who doesn't know what's happening. He gave his life for the town and sacrificed himself for the town. The uncle's not going to know what any of that means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. He should just be like, "Yo, I was falling into the crack.
Yeah,
and Eddie pulled me up, and as he pulled me up, he slipped and fell in. But
that's it.
Yo,
and he died.
Here's his chain, and he played a kick-ass rendition of Metallica on his way down to hell.
That would have been better. And the scene still works. That's just a nitpick.
No, it is. It does. No, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
You cried when Papa died? Why? That dude's an asshole.
Reggie says, was anyone else sad about Dr. Brenner was hurt?
Nah, not me. You crazy? I did the fucking wave. I was like, yeah, the motherfucker finally bit the dust. Woo!
Oh my goodness. So yeah, again, some scenes did work. But something felt off when this happened. I expected more emotion. He just walked in and she goes, "I knew you weren't dead," or something like that, or I had hope.
What do you mean when Hopper returned?
Yeah, when he walked in the room. I mean, they had a funeral and everything for this guy, and when he walked in the room, she was kind of like, "Oh, there he is. Oh, okay."
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I mean, she got emotional, but it wasn't like like shock and awe. You know what I mean?
Like at least drop a bottle or something.
Here's me making an excuse for the show again. I think maybe at that point she was emotionally drained.
Could be.
You know what I mean?
It could be.
But again, I understand your point, and I agree. They should have livened that up a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed a little rushed. But both actors are great still, and for what they're given in that scene, they make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But I was a little nitpicky about it. But yeah, man, Max, she's still alive. Now, is she in a coma? She's in a coma.
Okay. And when 11 went into her mind, she didn't see her. So I think something funny is gonna happen. Look at her fucking limbs, man. That little girl broke into pieces. You saw when she was laying there, her leg was all twisted. I was like, oh.
She's like, I can't feel my legs, my arms. She's a badass though. Max will come back. She'll come back harder, bro.
Did anyone find it weird that her mother wasn't there? Right? Her mother wasn't in the hospital.
Oh, no, she wasn't.
Unless she died in the thing and they didn't tell us yet. But you would think she'd be like right there by her side. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. This is kind of weird.
Huh. I totally even forgot. I forgot she had a mom.
I don't think anybody realized that. I think I've been the only one to answer that question so far. Ask that question.
Yeah, probably.
Because I know if my kid was broken up like that, my ass would be right there.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm not going to be going to work. Like, fuck that.
They end up going back to the cabin, trying to fix it up. And then Will gets the chills again.
The goosey bumps.
And he's like, oh, fuck. We ain't done yet. We ain't done. That's right. And 11. I love 11 going out there, staring up at what's to come. And you could tell in her face, she's like, all right, motherfucker.
It's on.
Okay. Let's go. No, let's go. You had me a little bit the last time we fought, but let's go. Bring it. Bring the shit.
She's gonna come back in season 5 with a black cloak and a hood. She's in
Black Cloak.
Return of the 11.
Return of the 11. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm pumped for season 5. Definitely very entertaining, and I'm still very happy, Rob, you talked me into returning to the series. Because if I didn't return to the series like you wanted me to, or when, I would have saw all the spoilers by now,
Yeah, you would have.
and I wouldn't have given a shit. And then out of curiosity, I would watch it, and it wouldn't have the same impact that it had on me. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Or
I'd be
you
like,
would have
oh,
regretted the
this
fact that
metal
you didn't
dude
watch it
gets
sooner.
killed. Right. Either way, I'm sure I still would have enjoyed it. But still, when you watch something and the internet spoils the shit out of everything, it's nice to go in blind and experience something the way it's supposed to be experienced, whether it's a movie or a show, and be pleasantly surprised. And I hope to keep the horror coming. I hope it gets crazier. I hope it gets more violent. Let's go. And as always, listen to Rick Myers. Listen to Rick Myers, son.
Show the fucking blood.
That's our boy right there, Rob. That's right.
That's it.
Right. That's
so
right.
there was a couple of questions in chat I wanted to address because I could tell this happens when a season is like, I mean, we waited 2 years and all that. So somebody asked earlier, did we ever find out if Papa was really Eleven's father? He is not. They confirmed who her father was, I think, in season 2. They don't really allude to it any further, but she does have a biological father. It's not Papa. In terms of her mom is in a catatonic state, like a vegetable. We met her in season 2 as well.
Right.
So yeah. So just kind of wanted to.
Okay.
So her adopted father now is Hopper, and I guess essentially her adopted mother is Joyce. You know, because she lived with Joyce out in California. So
now is I keep forgetting his goddamn name. Reiser's character. Is he just he's just what you call not kidnapped by the military, but is he just like in the military prison now? Are they?
He's not
him?
dead. I don't think they're gonna keep him in prison now that the shit's hit the fan. Right. Because remember, he told the military guys, like, if you want any chance at winning what's coming, you need to keep her alive.
Right.
Fortunately, she kept herself alive, and now they should see now what's coming. That there's no amount of military that's going to help them. You know, this is on otherworldly shit. You need super duper powers, which they don't have.
Right.
I think, and hopefully season 5 comes next year. I heard rumors it might be 2024. But I do know they started filming it right after this one was done. So I'm hoping next year, but you know, 11 was so weak. Well, she didn't finish her training, so
that's true.
What was the name of the helicopter?
Like you said, like Empire Strikes Back, like you said. Let's see.
What was the name of the helicopter?
That scene got me dying. I don't know. Kevin says, all I want is for this not to be disappointed by the end. I don't want another Game of Thrones. Preach, brother, preach. That's right. Fingers crossed. And if it does end up being another Game of Thrones, I'm coming after you, Rob. This is your fault. Like, Rob, you brought me back to get disappointed. That's right.
Has Lady Fat Blood watched it yet?
No, she's not invested. When I checked out, she checked out at the same time. So I literally watched it just out of your recommendation. But you know, we have different schedules, so it's not like we can watch it together. And she has 5 billion different shows she's watching, so Stranger Things is not on it. But now she knows every fucking thing now.
Yeah, that's
so it's kind of pointless for Lady Fat Blood to jump in. She knows everything. She knows Eddie dies. She knows what's going on. She knows who Vecna is. So, and Radical Reggie says Dr. Brenner is a true hero. That's Reggie's boy. That's his boy there.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Let's see. They have to film season 5 ASAP because those kids don't look like kids at all.
No, they were playing freshmen and they're all 18. So Millie Bobby Brown's like 19 years old already.
Yeah.
So no, they're not. I mean, they did a good job making him pass that way.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to look at Will and say freshman because that motherfucker is like 6 feet tall. Not that 14-year-olds can't be 6 feet tall. I've seen it, but you know,
right.
too bad season 5 is the last season. Yeah, but it's not the last of Stranger Things. They're already working on more Stranger Things for Netflix. You're gonna get more Stranger Things. It's just that this arc is over, or it's gonna be over.
One of the teens is 30 years old. It's just like, hey, they're keeping it authentic to the 80s.
Oh, you're talking about Jonathan? I think in real life, is he 30?
Look at all the teenagers in Christine. They look like they're about 45. But but no, I get what you're saying, Reggie, for sure. But yeah, Katinka is the name of the helicopter. Katinka.
Oh, you're talking about the Russian guy. Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to mention him. He had a change of heart because the dude from Game of Thrones was going to fuck him up. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that was kind of cool. What do you think about his?
I like his character.
Turn? Yeah, sudden turn of.
And he'll be there next season. I think they'll keep him. That guy's a good actor.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Well, this was a blast, my friend. Are we missing anything else before we wrap it up for today?
No. I think. Well, I'm going to be at G-Fest next week.
Oh man, I hope you're vlogging it. I hope you're going to vlog.
Yeah. I'm bringing all the necessary equipment, minus my computer, of course, but the camera, a laptop, that sort of stuff.
Cool, man. I can't wait to see. I'm jealous.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun.
Yeah.
Just not, I just got to get by the whole plane thing, flying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you'll have fun. It's in Chicago, right?
Yeah, Chicago.
Nice. You better have some of that pizza while you're down there now.
I don't know.
No,
maybe I should. I don't. Well,
you have to test it and say it's legit. Like everyone says, it's legit. You got to test it out.
Well, I guess I can because I can compare it to New York pizza.
There you go.
And see who the real victor is.
There you go. Oh shit!
Without bias, because I have no love for New York anymore. So
right.
So if I say the Chicago pizza is good, it's probably because it is.
Oh, there you go.
So
I'm sure you'll let us know. I can't wait to see Rob's upcoming videos. That's right, G-Fest. I'm jealous, but I'm sure Rob and fam are going to have a great time down there. Rob, do you have anything coming up?
Yes.
To let your followers know what's going on.
Actually, I have. It was supposed to be out Tuesday, but me, inconsistency galore. But I have a very creative new series starting on my channel called How I Would Do It.
Ooh.
And my first video will be Gamera, how I would put him into the Monsterverse. I've already recorded pretty much all of it. I just got to edit it now, and I haven't had time to. I wanted to have it out Tuesday, but I haven't had a chance to edit it yet. But I showed my intro trailer like 6 times on my long stream on Saturday. I did like a 7-hour stream. So I showed it periodically throughout the stream. So I know everybody on ETN is very excited about it. It's very funny. If you want to check it out real quick, you can put it up.
Hold on. You said it's on your channel?
Well, I have the video right here, so I can
go ahead and play it real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exclusive.
A little self promo never hurt, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll share screen so you guys can check this out. Share screen. Blah blah blah. Okay, share screen, and I want to show this one. All right, here we go. There it is. All right, here it is.
Go for it. Are you playing it?
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, maybe I gotta. Do I have to unmute it or something?
Probably.
I mean, it's not muted on my end.
Huh.
Well, hold on. Let me see. Maybe I have to do something.
I'm looking on my end.
Can you guys in chat hear it?
Let us know if you guys can hear it when he played it. Maybe it could be just me. Yeah, it doesn't show that it's muted, so I'm not sure, man. No,
No?
audio. No.
Oh, okay, that's weird. Oh wait, you know what? Let me see something. All right. Let me try. Let me volume. Yeah, volume is at 100. All right. Let
It
me.
could just be StreamYard just being stupid.
Yeah, let's try. Let's try again one more time and see if we
Okay.
can get the audio up. You hear anything at all? Like
No.
background noise,
Mm-mm.
typing, screen? No.
Nope.
Oh well. Sorry, guys.
All right.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I was looking on my end, so I don't know. That's weird. You're usually able to share stuff. That's kind of weird that it didn't work now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all right. That just means you just got to go to the channel and you got to watch the exclusive trailer there. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the to
Isn't
ETN
there
Nation.
a share with audio option? I don't know.
I don't know, but we don't want to keep you, man. I know you're tired. You were worked out today. We both worked out today.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get that Rob stomach. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, you don't want this stomach. Believe me.
I think I got you beat, brother.
Hey,
got
try
you beat.
this one real quick. This one.
Okay, I'll try.
This one I
Oh,
did.
I see a volume thing now.
There it is.
Might work.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Hey Rob, we've got some wonderful news, big boy. And news I'm sure you're gonna love.
Oh, cool, Talbot. What's going on, man?
We just got the rights to use Gamera in the Monsterverse.
Oh my God, really? That's great. I mean, he finally gets an opportunity, his time to shine, his day in the sun. But man, I gotta be honest, I would hate to be the guy who would have to think of a way to bring him into the universe. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope you don't hate him too much because that guy, it's you.
Wait, what?
Yes, well, I did tell management that you would love the opportunity. I mean, after all, there's no way I'm going to take it. I mean, it's sure to fail, and management already said that if it does, they're going to downsize.
Oh my God, do you know which department?
Well, mainly you. They did say whoever led the project would be fired. All other departments would be completely fine, so good luck, big boy.
Oh my God, the amount of pressure, but you know, to be honest, it's kind of an exciting opportunity. I mean, after all, if I get this to work, I mean, I'm looking at a huge promotion. I mean, hell, what's the worst that can happen? Let's go to work.
Oh,
Yes.
So
Yes.
so the good thing is my kids go back to school tomorrow, so I'm hoping to have the edit done and have it up by tomorrow early
Okay.
evening.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, but that's
Oh,
the
man, I
beginning of the
can't wait to
video.
see it.
So
I can't wait to watch it. Quality entertainment you guys get. That's right. Over at ETN. That's some funny shit, bro. I love the wig, bro.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. That reminds me of that old wig I used to wear when I used to make fun of Iron Fist. That series is
Oh my God, Iron Fist. Oh,
all right, guys. You guys are all badasses. If you're new here, thanks again for hanging out with us, knuckleheads. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're trying to get 30K. That's right. Only you guys can make it happen. And of course, all the members, you guys are fucking badasses. That's right. Got some more exclusive content coming to you badasses. And we shall see you guys. I don't know. I'm not sure about the next couple of days in terms of streaming. But don't forget this Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. We didn't get a chance to do it Monday, but we're going to be talking about the Black Phone with spoiler discussion and some other movies as well. So join me and Lady Fat Blood this Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and I'll see all you badasses again. Keep watching horror. That's right. Keep the genre alive, baby. Movies, comic books, magazines, cinema, TV shows. It's one of the best genres of all time. All right, guys. Keep swinging the swords. That's right. Keep swinging the swords, baby.
And I'll be live tomorrow night, guys. Just as a reminder.
There you go.
I forgot to mention that. I'm streaming Thursdays again. So
there you go. So y'all know where you need to go tomorrow. So I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Later.